Hi, this is Andy Braitman from Braitman Studio. We're going to talk today about trees and their functions in a painting. And I see 3 or 4 good functions for a tree in a painting. And you can see here, one function is it's a dark that holds and supports the subject. So usually in that sense, what you're doing is finding a dark background that literally finds the shape of your subject structure, whatever that is, and you don't want this background to be too exciting or too dynamic. So you're really looking for its job is to hold and find the structure. There's another element to trees, and that's they have a function of diminishing in space, and as they get smaller, they have 2 powers. One, they actually get smaller and help us find the land as the shapes get smaller, but the shadows are a really big function of these trees in this shape. So usually I find the shadow position first to help me step back in space, and then I'll figure out the size and the shape of the tree as they march back in space. And you can see on this painting I have the same sort of marching back where the shadows do the work in contrast. There's another element to a tree, another function a tree has, and that's a portrait or subject tree. And I have examples. That's usually where the tree is close enough to you to get some detail and significance where it can hold a painting. And there's a secondary level where there's enough light and shadow to the tree to give it punctuation and interest inside a shape. So this is basically the 4 elements that trees serve in a painting, the 4 functions they serve. And there's a tendency for us as artists to put too much information in our background trees, not enough information in our foreground trees, and to emphasize the tree rather than the shadow in the trees that diminish and find the ground for us. And that's a quick idea about how to work with trees, and we'll do these in more detail and show you better examples, particularly the portrait tree in further lessons.